Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious curry, which is chicken korma in an easy way. You can try it too and thank me later, for you will be able to impress not only your family at home, friends at your parties, and even more that special someone. And now for the ingredients. I didn't write on a specific amount of each of them because I believe that everyone has their own preferred intensity of spiciness or tanginess. Make life great! Welcome to A Booty Best! I love mixing my olive oil and butter while cooking. In my opinion, it affects the finished product dramatically. First and foremost, we need to chop or dice our onions into small pieces. In order to balance the sweetness of the onions, here I am adding salt and pepper. You don't need to do it if you don't mind a little sweetness in your food. However, my husband doesn't like even a hint of sweetness in his food. So yeah, no to sweet and sour cuisines or style of cooking. And here what we're going to do next. We need to grind our other ingredients such as garlic, onion, ginger, green chili. It is actually optional if you don't like it spicy. And finally, lots of tomatoes. It's mentioned before that you have to make your curry the day before, as this gives the flavors a chance to mingle. Take your time with the onions. If you cook them slow, onions add a surprising amount of flavor to your curry, and they distribute spices throughout the dish. Now on to the next step. Here we poured our tomato salsa along with the other ingredients into the pan, and over here we're trying to mix both the onion and the tomato salsa. And then we'll leave it for a while in a slow gas. Let it boil for a while, half covered, so that the oil won't spill out, and stir it every now and then so that it won't stick at the bottom. And boil it just like I said, half covered, and let the water dry out, and then the oil comes out on top. Then we have to fry it again a little bit more, where you will see this color will change into something darker orange. As you can see, the tomato is so, you can see the pieces still not cooked. So we need to fry a little bit more, so that it will be all mashed out and everything will be incorporated. Now look at this color. So rich in color, and I would like to ask for me, so look at the color, how beautiful that is. It looks delicious already, just the sauce. And as for me, I think I'm going to fry it a little bit more, because I like them really cooked and really incorporated with each other. So here we go, a little bit more frying. And then, look at that!
Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to pull.
Such a delicious sight. But oh my goodness. And now it's about time to add the chicken. I slice my chicken into bite-sized pieces because I like it that way. You can also put big pieces It depends upon you. But I think this is easy to cook and easy to bite. And yeah. And then after that, you have to boil it again. You have to cover it until the water is gone from the chicken. Ideally, you have to use breast part of the chicken, but for us, we like it with bones. So, I cut the whole chicken into small pieces with bones in it, because we love it that way. And now it's time to add our turmeric powder and chili powder if you must. Also, the coriander, either powder or fresh leaves, depends on you, or depends on what do you have in the kitchen. We both have in my case, but as you can see, our coriander is already rotting away. But I think that I can still get some to cook. Normally I take that part, because they are the tastiest. Sometimes the bigger leaves isn't always the better. Over here, I immerse the leaves in the bowl of water and leave it for a while, and then chop them when they're ready. Look at these tiny bubbles breaking through the surface of the salsa. Some people, they prepare their ingredients already before start cooking. You can have this coriander already prepared and done, and then you can add them directly after the turmeric. And now it's about time to add our chopped coriander. Let it mix with the chicken and the sauce. And then we have to cover it again, let it boil for a while until the chicken is nearly cooked and gravy is thick. After a few more minutes of boiling, we need to add now our garam masala. Make sure to add the garam masala when it is nearly the end of the cooking. Over here I have 3 different kinds of garam masala. One is Yemeni, the other one is the cold spices, and the other one is the Bahraini. I just bought the Bahraini spices, and so I would like to try it today because normally I am using the Indian garam masala, but I'm running out of it. And so today I'm going to use the Bahraini masala. Cover it again and then back to boiling in a slow gas. And then finally, what is curry without the basmati rice? Here I am washing this basmati rice around 3 to 4 times and then soak it in the water for about 15 to 30 minutes. I then pour some oil in the pot, using olive oil this time. I normally use vegetable oil. Next is the rice. Leave it to sizzle for another minute or 2. And then pour some water around an inch above the surface of the rice. And then add some salt to it. Rice is like pasta. You have to salt the water or else you'll have a bland rice. However, Koreans, Japanese, and Chinese do not add salt to plain rice when cooking it. Many experts have varied say on this. So whatever tastes good to you, do what you do. That's the only thing that matters anyways. Let it boil on high heat with the lid off. Make sure the water from the bottom of the pan is totally gone before covering the pan to avoid the rice getting mushy or soft instead of getting that long firm grains. Never stir rice too often, and then put the lid back on and let it simmer for around 15 to 30 minutes. And then back to this bubbling pot of goodness, we are on to the last part of our journey to making delicious and mouth-watering chicken korma. I don't usually measure my ingredients. I measure them by the looks of how much is in the pot. So we'll say around 3 to 4 tablespoons of cream, or more if you like them creamier. Mix for a bit. Let it simmer for a minute or 2. And for the final ingredients, add around the same measurement of cream, 3 to 4 spoons of plain yogurt, or more if you like them soury. And finally, enjoy the smell. One of the best authentic chicken korma you will ever taste. And finally, don't skip on condiments. Curry should never be eaten on its own. The raita, chutneys, rice, and side dishes are just as important as the main. And now you can add this chicken korma recipe to your list of favorite Indian dishes, just like I had that moment I first tasted it.
Alright.
Thank you for watching, guys. And since I have a little time in my hand right now, let's talk a little bit about curry. Did you know, guys, that the word curry comes from the Tamil word Kari, curry, which simply means sauce. So right, curry means sauce.
Do you want to know?
Isn't this true, guys? Whenever we hear the word curry, it immediately brings to mind an Indian delicacy, right? Usually a dish full of flavor and richness. One could say that it emulates the personality of its country of origin. Over the years, curry has evolved to become more than just food. It evokes an emotion, one of warmth, while tickling your taste buds and making your mouth water at the sheer thought of it. A simmering bowl of freshly made curry can take you on a journey of the senses. After all, very few dishes can contest this taste and aroma, which is very true. And hey, you guys, as I said earlier, the word curry can be confusing since there are many things that bear that name. For example, there are curry powder, curry leaves, and then there's the curry, the dish. Curry leaves are actually an herb used in South Indian cuisine, which originates from the curry leaf tree. Sometimes the curry leaves are ground and used in the spice mix that eventually becomes curry powder. Curry powder, on the other hand, can fancily be termed as the potpourri of spices. Simply put, it is a dry mixture of spices that goes into making any curry. On supermarket shelves, this mixture includes turmeric, ground coriander, ground cumin, ground ginger, and black pepper. Curry powder is a mixture of spices that has no exact or classic recipe, meaning we can actually make our own and adjust. There's no established ingredient list or ratio for the ingredients. And now that we know it, it's actually interesting that we will be able to make our own mixture of spices. We can find recipes online or from our friends and then adjust the flavor according to our preferred, spiciness or tanginess. And finally, this is me saying goodbye. Thank you guys for dropping by and hope to see you again on my next video. Bye bye, God bless you all and stay safe.
As long as you're in my arms, boy, don't worry of tomorrow. For now, you're everything in my day. I love the way you like a song, you know my heart. 'Cause you know me, know my heart. You're everything in my day.